Chapter 12, Jaiden Kensington. Waking up is blissful. I feel amazing after such a nice, long, restful sleep. My room is dark. I must have slept into the evening. I look for my clock. It's out. Blindly groping for my cell phone, I find it and turn it on. It's 6:38. I detangle from my iPod. I unplug my cell phone and nestle it in my hand. I navigate to the light switch. The light won't turn on. It confirms to me that our power is out. I don't hear anything upstairs, but that doesn't mean anyone else isn't home. I click the power button on my phone. To my surprise, there are no phone calls or text messages until I notice the no service button notification at the bottom. I have no internet bars either, but there's no surprise with the power out and no mobile data. The question is, why don't I have service? I turn my phone off and on, but it doesn't help. Maybe my phone is broken. I turn it back off. I don't want to use up the battery while the power is out. I put my phone on my dresser and decide that it's time to face Dad. He should be home by now. I grow anxious at the prospect. I quietly go upstairs, stopping at the top. I wait and listen. I don't hear anything, but that doesn't mean anything. He could still be here. I go into the living room. No one is here. I look for cars to confirm this. Nothing looks disturbed from when I had been here earlier this day. Well, what do I do now? My stomach growls with impeccable timing. I didn't eat breakfast or lunch today, so I'll have to eat something now. I walk to the kitchen and stop when I catch a billow of smoke out the window. That's the direction of the school. I go out through the patio doors. That's not coming from the school. My direction had been off. On the deck, I can see multiple plumes of smoke rising into the sky. I hold my breath for a moment. The slightest high-pitched screams reach my ears. What is going on? I go back inside when the chills run down my spine from my neck. Are we under attack? War, maybe? Or maybe a terrorist attack? It makes sense and would explain the bomb. Bomb the children, bomb the future of the country. I run downstairs and grab my phone, pressing the button to turn it on. I wait for it to be on and turn on the mobile internet, risking the extra charge. There isn't any internet there either. I don't know how that could be. I should have access to the internet, although if I were people taking over the world, I would cut off the internet. Kill the internet, or rather shutting off access to it for everyone I'm attacking would be extremely beneficial. It would cripple most people. Could take out a whole area through downing a tower. Stop. I'm not even sure if that's what's going on here. Maybe there's just an arsonist on the rampage. Maybe something happened to a power cable. Maybe they've made a mistake with my phone plan. That would all be too much of a coincidence. I pick up the house phone. It's dead too, so I put it back on the stand. What do I do when terrorists are attacking the city? Stay in place and hope help arrives? I should go to the countryside. Terrorists don't attack random, dense, wooded areas where there aren't many people normally. If Jacob is alive, he will come back here to collect me as soon as he can, I think. And Kendra is probably never coming back. She has the means to leave this abusive relationship in the long run. Unfortunately, she'll have to deal with him for the rest of her life because of their child. He's going to make her life awful to get custody. He's got too many influential people wrapped around his charismatic finger. I go into the pantry and grab a ramen noodle package. It's not the healthiest thing, especially with all that sodium, but it doesn't require any cooking. I break the noodles in the bag before I open it up. I don't have to dirty any dishes hanging around, so I keep the noodles in the bag. I shake half the flavoring packet over the noodle and start eating the broken noodles using my fingers to pick them up. I go into the living room and sit on the couch to eat. I wish I had the means to leave him. What would I need is a witness protection program for people like me. I need a clean break. Get me a new life, and maybe I could be happy. I have little less than a year until I turn 16 and can legally move out on my own. I wish there was a way to get my inheritance now. It would make things so much easier. If my multimillionaire father even just gave me $1 million, I would be able to move out no problem. Started life no problem. I deserve at least $1 million with all the things I've had to put up with. I'm crazy to care about him and his reputation. I mean, he's not even my blood. He's not even a Kensington by blood. That detail is important to him. I'm not even a Kensington by blood. That detail is so important to him. He certainly doesn't act as a father should and doesn't deserve to be called Dad. Not that the word even means anything more than just a title. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll be dead. I wouldn't miss him. I've hoped enough times for his death through the years. Maybe this time I'll get lucky. I'd take that over the millions. Am I even in his will anymore, or did he change that when he got his precious son? I take a deep breath in and release it. I need to stop this thinking track, or else I'll have another tension migraine soon enough. I finished my supper and I put the bag into the garbage in the kitchen. I should be productive in this downtime. There isn't much else to do right now but clean and do homework. Or rather, there isn't much else to do right now that Dad wouldn't think is productive or worth my time. The house needs a good cleaning and I have things to finish for homework, if there's even going to be school tomorrow. I gather the cleaning supplies together. There isn't any water that I'm willing to spare, so I decide to use cleaner as my water. I start my way from one end of the house to the other. Without distractions, I finish late into the night. There isn't anything else I can do without light. I lock all the doors and check my windows. I go down into my bedroom and change into my blanket fabric pajama pants and hoodie. I think I should find the sleeping bag, but I know it's buried. I would never be able to find it in the dark. I do homework by candlelight until it's all finished up. The air is noticeably colder now. The captured heat has been slowly escaping. I just get under all the blankets on the bed. Dad normally turns the temperature down to nothing at night anyway, so I freeze when I have less than 4 blankets on the bed on a normal winter night. At least it's not too cold yet. Hopefully this doesn't last too long. Could I survive a long stay alone without an iota of normal cushy life? I revel in the idea. Of course I could. I have that survival book from my survival kick in 6th grade. I have my knowledge of the ancients to back up the knowledge from my different interests of different societies a couple hundred years back and older, and more from multiple times in my life I decided to study them. I've studied many things over the years. I have the means and the knowledge. The thought that I might be by myself for a while excites me, but not enough to stop the Sandman from coming and sneaking me away into dreamland with a smile on my face.